Another dream is within reach. A student opens up a book. An entrepreneur takes another look.
Democracy is not a spectator activity. It is something people participate in. Voting, volunteering, attending meetings, speaking up, listening, and engaging with the decisions that shape everyday life. Tonight our panel asks, how can communities encourage civic participation? Welcome to the Thunderdome. Good evening and welcome back to America Together Radio. Last episode we explored local identity. Tonight we focus on civic participation, how communities encourage involvement in decision-making, public service, and shared responsibility.
So participation is more than just voting.
Exactly. It includes all the ways people contribute to how their community functions and grows. Tonight we'll discuss voting engagement, public meetings, community involvement, volunteer civic roles, communication between residents and leaders, and ways to strengthen participation at every level. President Pipeline, when a community wants to encourage civic participation, where should it begin? We'll hear your answer right after the break.
The rodeo grounds are filling up as trucks roll.
Welcome back. Tonight's question, how can communities encourage civic participation? President Pipeline, will begin with you.
Thank you. Civic participation begins with making it easy for people to get involved. Clear information about meetings, simple voting information, accessible ways to volunteer. When people understand how to participate, they are more likely to engage.
So clarity leads to involvement?
Exactly. Confusion is one of the biggest barriers to participation.
Sometimes people want to help, they just don't know where to start.
Communities grow stronger when pathways are clear.
Liberty Jack, your perspective.
Encourage participation from all generations. Make meetings welcoming. Include youth voices. Value community input.
So inclusion matters.
Absolutely. People participate more when they feel their voice matters.
Clarity invites participation.
Inclusion sustains it.
And together they strengthen democracy at the community level.
A strong beginning for tonight's discussion. After the break, Lady Progress discusses education, civic awareness, and engagement. Captain Constitution explores responsibility, rights, and civic duty. Stay with us. Welcome back. Tonight we're exploring how communities can encourage civic participation. So far we've discussed access, clarity, and inclusion. Now let's continue. Lady Progress, how does civic education strengthen participation?
When people understand how their community works, they are more likely to participate in it. Education about local government, voting, and public services helps people feel confident and informed.
So knowledge builds confidence?
Exactly. Informed citizens are empowered citizens.
Captain Constitution, what role do rights and responsibilities play?
Civic participation depends on both. People have the right to speak, vote, and engage. They also have the responsibility to stay informed and participate respectfully.
So rights and responsibilities work together?
Very much so. A healthy civic system depends on both.
President Pipeline, what stands out to you?
Clear systems encourage participation.
Inclusion builds trust.
Education builds confidence.
Responsibility builds stability.
Sometimes people just need a little explanation before they feel comfortable joining in.
Understanding lowers the barrier to participation. Market Maverick off microphone, and someone always volunteers once they realize snacks are involved. After the break, Market Maverick discusses practical civic engagement systems. Professor Data explores research on participation and democracy. And the People's Advocate shares everyday habits that strengthen civic involvement. Stay with us.
I'm Jeremy Levan. Rural communities understand problems that national politics often ignores. Distance, roads, hospitals, water, agriculture, energy, broadband, schools, and local services are not abstract issues. They are daily realities. America Together 2028 wants those voices included.
The Tennessee Sky.
Welcome back. Tonight we've discussed access, inclusion, education, and responsibility. Now let's ask an important question. How can communities make civic participation part of everyday life? Market Maverick, what practical steps increase civic participation?
Host community forums in accessible locations. Share clear calendars for meetings and events. Use simple language to explain civic processes. Encourage residents to attend even one meeting a year.
So simplicity encourages participation?
Exactly. People are more likely to engage when it feels easy to join in.
Professor Data, what does research suggest about civic participation?
Research often associates higher civic participation with increased trust in institutions, stronger community resilience, improved communication between leaders and residents, and better local decision-making. Communities benefit when participation is consistent and accessible.
So participation improves outcomes.
Very much so. Engaged communities tend to make more informed and balanced decisions.
People's Advocate, what practical advice would you offer listeners?
Show up. Ask questions. Learn how decisions are made in your community. Invite someone else to join you. Small participation leads to stronger communities over time.
Quick thoughts.
Participation begins with clarity.
Inclusion builds engagement.
Education builds confidence.
Responsibility builds trust.
Community spaces should support gathering and participation.
After the break, each mascot shares one habit that helps communities strengthen civic participation. Then we'll conclude tonight's discussion and preview our next episode. Stay with us.
The morning sun breaks through the evergreens and paints the sound with gold.
Welcome back. Tonight we've explored how communities can encourage civic participation. We've talked about access, inclusion, education, responsibility, and consistent engagement. Now let's close with one final question. If you could encourage every community to practice one habit that strengthens civic participation, what would it be?
Take time to understand how your local community works. Awareness leads to participation.
Attend at least one community meeting or event each year. Presence builds connection.
Keep learning about civic systems and community issues. Knowledge strengthens engagement.
Respect the process and participate responsibly. Trust is built through consistency.
Engage in decisions that affect shared spaces and the environment. Local stewardship is civic participation too.
Make participation simple and repeatable. Small, regular involvement builds strong civic habits.
Encourage someone else to get involved with you. Participation grows through invitation.
Continue evaluating civic engagement systems and expand approaches that improve accessibility, understanding, and long-term participation across all communities.
Civic participation is not a single action. It is a habit, a rhythm of engagement, a willingness to show up, learn, and contribute. Every voice that is heard, every person who participates, every effort to understand how decisions are made strengthens democracy at the community level.
What's next inside the Thunderdome?
Next time our panel explores Episode 084, How Can Communities Strengthen Environmental Stewardship? We'll discuss sustainability, conservation, shared responsibility for natural spaces, and protecting resources for future generations. You've been listening to America Together Radio, simulated mascot debate Thunderdome. Today's discussion featured fictional mascot characters created to explore civic ideas through respectful conversation. The characters are fictional. Their conversations are intended to encourage participation, responsibility, and stronger communities. Thank you for listening. Until next time, keep showing up, keep participating, keep building together, and we'll see you inside the Thunderdome.
The same as they have through the years, watching seasons come